I don't know how. I was getting the mixtapes of you against Jada, and I was just like, y'all was like literally blowing my fucking mind. How did that beef even come about with you and Jadakiss?
All right. At the time, Jay and Jadakiss was bumping heads a little bit on records. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that's how I started. Like when you hear the after the original was probably this. You know what I'm saying? And then Kiss on the Maya record, and then Jay jumped on the Maya record, and it was the shots going back and forth, and then Kissing them was saying stuff too. You know what I mean? So Jay never responded. Like he never responded to him. It just was like subliminal. So me, as a new artist coming into the game and coming into listening to, you know, the LOX and knowing like from Philly, that's the streets right there. That's what we gravitated to. Like we rock with the LOX. So that was just a strategic move for me. I'm like, yo, Jay ain't gonna say nothing. And I know everybody hear this. I'm going at it. Win, lose, or draw, at that particular time, nobody in a sane mind would even think about trying to battle Jadakiss or the LOX of them, man. They annihilate you. That wasn't no walk in the park and nothing. Like that was me throwing everything. Like I'm throwing my hat in the ring. I'm gonna put the house on this because if it come this close, I'm stamped. I'm stamped.
Oh no, you were stamped. I was in Miami. Joe Crack was in Miami, but begging for the tapes. I had them shits here the second they was. I was like, I was fucked up behind this. What's crazy is Jada told me a story where he said he went to Philly and he put this song in the he said the people were going crazy. They were showing them love no matter what. But then he tried to diss y'all. And he said the whole stadium started throwing shit at him. And he said, yo, this is where keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear about that? Was you there?
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the I actually didn't go to that show at first, but when I got the call, I shot down there, and I after, you know, they did what they did, nobody expected me to come. So I came, and I think Puff was performing. And they had their little friction at the time, you know, and I'm like, yo.
Let me get on.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. And he was like, go ahead, do your thing. And I went out. When I came on the stage, they went crazy. They went crazy. That's when it was like good. It was great in hip hop. It was like, that's what it was. Like, you was doing it for the sport. It was, you know, you sharpening your knife, like you going against the best. You only the as good as your competition. You know what I mean? And that was like they was on top. So I was pushing myself. Crack, what up?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. A true spitter, living legend of the game. Like, you ever thought somebody be calling you a living legend?
Never. Never.
Crazy. Tell me your story in Philly, how you came up, how did you meet Rockefeller and these guys? How did you get connected with the Rock?
Well, that's the first part came up in South Philly. You know, the hood like everybody else. kind of weird story how I met Rockefeller. When I first started, like, really, like, homing my skills, like, knowing that, like, yo, I might can rap, like, for real. Like, when I started believing other people that used to tell me, because I ain't, on my corner, it wasn't cool to be a rapper. Like, we in the trenches. So I had to hide it from my homies. So I used to have to go in different circles, and I ran into this cat, Murder Mill, and me and him, I would say we battled. We had mutual friends. His folks was my folks, and they was like, yeah, my cousin, yeah, this. So I had my man used to hype me, who knew I knew how to rap, but they didn't think I knew how to rap. So they bring this guy Murder Mill around, and we get it in. And I left that joint like thinking like, yo, I think he might have got me. And when I ran into him again, he was saying the same thing about me. So we linked up and did like 2 records. Like, first time ever going to a studio, went to his man crib, Ike, in the basement, and we laid down these 2 tracks. Now this time frame is within days. A week later, I don't hear from him. He calls me and was like, yo, I think I got a lick for us. Is these cats out Southwest Philly that rap, who the world know them now as Philly's Most Wanted. They were in battle for some money. So we
talking Gilly from Philly.
No, not Major Figures.
Not Major Figures, the Most Wanted, Philly's Most
Wanted.
For them.
Yeah,
all right.
Most Wanted, cross the border with Pharrell, yeah. So we go to battle them, and they management already was in conversation with Rockefeller. So I think they was in Cancun.
Who was their management again?
At the time, their management was a guy named Stevie G. Stevie G.
I got to know him. I'm trying to make it come to my mind. But guys, so the management was already talking to Rockefeller.
Yeah, Rockefeller. They management, and who became my management, Sadiq from Black Friday.
All right. No, Sadiq.
So, yeah. So they was managing Most Wanted. So they all in Cancun, the management. So it's just me, my man. We go to their spot. So we come with the paper. They didn't have the money with them because they bag was in Cancun talking to Jay and them. So you know, we go back and forth, we exchange words or whatever, you know, so we was like, man, they ain't got the money, Murder, I'm out. So they started pulling out deals and stuff, was like, y'all, because I think it was like probably 10 bands or something we was going to battle for. They showing us, you know, $1 million contracts.
Get it?
Yeah, they showing us contracts. So I'm like, fuck that black and white. The Higwood is green. So I'm like, fuck the money. We just started battling. So, you know, of course, you know, we did our thing. I did my thing. And me and from Philly Most Wanted, Bubonic, we exchanged numbers. So he told his management about me, like, yo, this kid bought this board pit. Y'all need to hear him.
Because, so, Beans, I don't want to stop it, but stay right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect Philly because, you know, I got too much family in Philly and too much respect.
Yeah.
But every time somebody spit for me from Philly,
yeah,
I felt like they was trying to sound like Beanie Sigel, right? Or
at one point.
Or is it that all of Philly got the same slang and everybody just got the same cadence? Because I felt like everybody who would rap to me, I'd be like, damn, this nigga, he sound like Beanie Sigel. So was it because all of y'all just sound like that? Or was they really trying to...
Nah, everybody didn't sound like that. It wasn't a lot of rappers. At one point, you did have people, you know, trying to get their cadence.